Radio Woodstock 100.1 live at Mountain Jam. Marcus King Band. You guys ripped it up, man. How do you feel now? How do you feel now?
Feeling good. Getting hot.
From we were talking about South Carolina. You're from Greenville, South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
All right. You got a lot of brothers, sisters.
I got the one sister.
Yeah?
Holland King, and my half sister Anna.
All right. What's it like growing up in South Carolina?
Man, it was a lot of fun. My family all played, so we were all.
Did they?
Yeah. So
it's in the family.
Yeah. So we all got together up in Blue Ridge, South Carolina, and jammed on the porch and whatnot, and just, really felt that vibe.
Had some lemonade.
Had some lemonade, some moonshine. Well, not me. The rest of the guys.
When'd you have your first drink? Come on. When'd you have your first moonshine?
Ain't legal yet. Today.
When you have your first moonshine? When'd you first taste moonshine? How old were you?
Look, he's turning red.
5?
No,
man.
We'll put it around 11 or 12.
Okay.
It's a rite of passage.
I don't know. It's a rite of passage.
I know. That's why.
Gotta have the moonshine, I guess.
The family gather around, watch your face turn purple at that first sip. They're like, out with the kids.
Family didn't know about
Family
the
didn't know
moonshine.
about it. All right.
Well, they will now if they're
Oh, man.
You guys just tore it up, and Warren Haynes came out. Now, Warren is you just finished the record working with Warren Haynes. How did you guys connect?
Well, we all grew up in Greenville, South Carolina, and he's from Asheville, so that's about an hour up the hill from us. So we had a lot of mutual friends, some cats that I wrote with and played with, and they all really dug the stuff. So they got our first record into Warren's hands, and he really dug on it, and we've been working together about a year and a half now, and just wrapped up the second record.
So when was the first time Warren came out and played with you guys live?
That was at the
pre-jam. Yeah.
This past year's pre-jam up in Asheville, and it was a pretty wild experience, man.
You look around and say, "Is that Warren Haynes?"
Yeah, man, it's crazy, because he's always been a big hero of mine ever since I was real young. As a vocalist and as a guitar player and as a composer, he's one of the most phenomenal composers that I like to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, looking at his last record, the Ashes and Dust record, it's more like a folk record, and it's a whole different style rather than the hard rock and some of that early Government Mule stuff, and different than what he does with the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
With the Warren Haynes Band, he did that R&B. So he goes in all directions, man. Does that inspire you too to do that kind of stuff?
Man, he's like a chameleon. He's really versatile as far as any kind of music that he wants to play, or anything that he feels inside his heart, because I think in a lot of ways, a lot of the jam bands on the scene now are, kind of put into that category of jam band, but to really put your music into like a box, like as a category, it's really difficult sometimes, because with us, same way, we like to play a lot of different things.
Yeah, I would never call you guys a jam band. I mean, while you guys are playing, I'm never thinking jam band.
Yeah, I guess they call us Americana, technically.
I wouldn't call you that. I call you rock band, man. Rock and roll.
We kind of identify with jazz fusion, psychedelic southern rock is what we call it.
I like that. That's good.
Because
you're the only one.
I guess that's the best way we could describe it. We just like to have a good time, really.
We did hear you covering the Allman Brothers, too, and I think it was Greg that said once, we're not necessarily a jam band, we're a band that jams,
That's a very good way to put it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell us about the new record. You played a couple of cuts from the new album that's coming out at the end of the year.
Yes, sir, yeah. Making the new record was a lot of fun. Like I was saying earlier, Warren's composition skills took what we had were basically just some ideas of tunes, really, if you look at the grand scheme of things, and was able to help us turn them into actual compositions. And we had some other tunes as well. I think we ended up cutting 20 tunes up there, and then kind of sifted through them, and we just had such a large time, man. Just being able to hang out with Warren and all those beautiful cats up at the Carriage House, it was a really great experience.
So he's a writing partner with you, or just more of a producer role?
He was producing, and saying,
help you get it
maybe
into
try
real
it this
songs?
way instead of that way. Yeah.
We had these songs that were most of the way 80% finished, and he'd give us something from just the smallest little idea, let's switch this part with this, or let's add this little drum thing or whatever, and then totally complete the song or whatever, just that one little thing, and
Yeah.
he just would put the cherry on top to most of the songs or whatever, and just little stuff like that.
Yeah.
That good producer can really hear things that you don't hear when you're in the moment, in the groove, in the jam.
Yeah, and being in the moment, I noticed Warren was really big at if something happened, because we would do these live recordings, if something happened that wouldn't usually happen, he would say, let's keep that and let's continue making something out of that and make it part of the arrangement. And
It
that
sounds like
happened.
you had some time to mess around and try different things. Weren't really rushed making this thing.
Like you said, we did 21 songs, and it was only like 2 weeks, of tracking. We didn't record on the Sunday, so it was really only 12 days. So it was non-stop. So yeah, we did have some time, but we did have
Beats
to.
working though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus King Band here at Mountain Jam. We're going to play the last song that you guys
Okay.
played here this afternoon.
Yeah, that's a tune. It's called Virginia, and Warren came out and played it with us today. He played on the record with us on that tune, and that's just about a crazy night in Virginia,
All right.
Blacksburg, Virginia.
A lot
right,
of big
let's hear
cheesy
it.
smiles.
Tune about a place called Virginia.
Radio Woodstock 100.1. I'm watching the Marcus King Band with Warren Haynes there, and I'm thinking, is Marcus his kid? Is that Warren's son?
We hear that a lot at shows. It's Baby Warren.
He didn't exactly say that.
That's not a bad thing.
DNA test hadn't come back yet. Inconclusive.
Marcus, you got a chance. We were just talking about this. You got a chance to play one of Dwayne Allman's guitars.
2 of them.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they invited me down to the big house in Macon, which I'm always up for a trip to the big house because I love it down there. in
That's the
Macon.
Allman Brothers' house where they, learn their craft and they all lived for many, many years.
Yeah, it's an incredible place to be. You can feel the spirits in that house, and they invited me down to play Dwayne's Gold Top and his Hummingbird, which I was just
Yikes.
like, wow, really? So I did. I went down, and then my friend Richard, who's kind of the caretaker of Dwayne's guitars that are there, and he said that we could have it at the show that night. He'd bring it out so I could play it, which even further blew my mind, man. So they brought it down to the Cox Capitol Theater, and we
Oh, wow.
I think we did in memory of Elizabeth Reed, and which was off their second record, Out a While South. So it was, man, I couldn't move my feet. It was just
They were off the ground.
I was floating somewhere, man. I don't know where I was.
And he's wearing a beautiful Dwayne Allman T-shirt too. So this is the real
just so
deal.
happens.
Well, you have a guitar in your hand.
I do, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking I'd play a tune for you guys. It's going to be on the new record. We played it today, but my guitar wouldn't really stay in tune in the heat, so figured I'd try it again one time in tune, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, man.
When I'm gone, don't write a love song, don't cry teardrops. All the things you didn't do, don't do them when I'm through. 'Cause I won't feel my heartache, gone without my moaning. Let me go, you done it once before. You just remember me as the man you didn't know. When I don't console my family, show your face at my ceremony, leave my resting heart alone at me. But don't kid yourself now, darling. One dark sunshiny morning, I'll be gone and you'll be the first to know. You just remember me as the man you didn't know. teardrops. Don't write love songs, all them things you didn't do. Don't do them when I'm through. 'Cause I won't feel this heartache gone without my moaning. Let me go, you've done it once before. You can't remember me as the man you didn't know. You just remember me as the man you didn't know. Thank you.
Marcus King, Radio Woodstock 100.1. Do you have a name for the new record?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Nah, it's up in the air, man.
That's all right. You got a little time, right?
Yeah, we got some time.
All right. The Marcus King Band, a new album produced by Warren Haynes, coming out later this year.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Like we listen to music, we weep and we wail. The joyous times and the saddest times. Weddings and funerals.
Yeah.
And you write the songs that hopefully that can be played at both. Or the things that.
You've had enough, but still one more won't go away. My engine gunning, thunder bursts, asphalt on a race.